All right, just like I promised at the top of the program, I do have Dijon Hamilton with me, and of course, we're going to be talking about a little bit of a summer program that your children can be a part of. You can be a part of it too. Quite exciting things. You know, I was just thinking that when I was about, let me see, in 6th, 7th grade, our summer holiday was spent nursing broken arms, broken limbs, because we really didn't have much to do. But there's so much that your children can become a part of, and it's important that you get them involved, to harness their curiosity and possibly their natural talents and skills. So Dijon is here with me. He was here with me a few months ago. What month was that? I think it was
back in December, January.
Right. Yeah. And he shared with us some great music on his steel pan. Unfortunately, there's no steel pan tonight, but I'm sure he will be coming back sometime sooner or later to share with you. So welcome back to the studios, Dijon.
Thank you for having me back, Junior.
It's always a pleasure. We're talking about, last year it was Music Madness.
Musical Madness, yes.
Musical Madness. This year it is Music Palooza.
Musicapalooza.
What Musicapalooza? What does that mean?
Musicapalooza means music party. That's exactly what it means.
Where does the word palooza come from?
Palooza? That's a great question. You know what? I wanted something funky. I wanted something to be able to attract the kids, and I said, okay, let me find some funky words. And Palooza just ended up coming out of. I kind of stole it a little bit actually from Lollapalooza. So I went and searched up what does palooza mean, and then defined it in Google. And found out that palooza means party. So I was like, okay, it's safe, it's family friendly, and okay, let's do it. Musicapalooza.
So it's a musical party for the kids.
It's a musical party for the kids.
And what gave you the idea, the inspiration? I really think it's a great one too. But what gave you that idea to really share your talents and skills with the kids during the summertime?
Well, when I was growing up, same thing like you, right? I didn't have much to do in the summertime.
Yeah.
So I figured I would have loved to have a program like this for myself growing up to nurture my talent. So when I went to Berkeley, I was like, wow, I'm around all these amazing musicians and amazing things going on.
Right, because you're a student at Berkeley College in...
Correct. In Boston, Massachusetts.
Boston, right.
Yeah. So I said, how could I bring my experience back to my community? And it was just kind of a paying it forward type of thing. And I decided, why not do a music summer camp for children? So last year we ran it, and I said, I loved it so much, and the people that I worked with loved it so much, and I saw the kids actually benefiting from the program, from the summer program, and learning things too. And I said, that was rewarding enough to definitely say, okay, I need to do something like this every year if God permits, you know?
Right. And something that I want the listeners to understand is that you actually know what you're doing. Let us explore some of the benefits that you've received. I know you got an award recently at the Hamilton City Hall, and you traveled to... What was
Singapore?
Singapore,
yeah.
Right. Tell us about those experiences.
The Singapore trip was through a professor named Larry Watson at Berklee College of Music. He actually invited us to come down with him to perform for a Christmas show that they were having in Singapore. So that was such a blessing to be able to travel to Asia. That was the first time on that part of the world for me to be able to go over there and actually play drums and steel pan during that concert for Larry Watson. And recently, I think the past weekend, I was blessed to be honored with Emerging Artists under Arts Administration. So that was a nomination from Astrid Hepner, who actually nominated me, and the Hamilton Arts Award granted us with the award, me, Emerging Artist, and her, Established Artist. So yeah, things have been going well, and I've been blessed, and the hard work, you can see it coming to fruition.
Absolutely.
And I'm not doing it for awards, but it's just great to see that you're recognized for your hard work that you're doing within your field. So yeah, everything's been really blessed and really great.
What are some of the programs that the youth camp will cover?
So the youth camp, we wanted to make sure that it was something that you didn't have to have any musical background. We wanted to make sure that it was available for everybody. So therefore, we had every single instrument, conventional instrument, in terms of drums, bass, piano, vocals, guitar, anything that you wanted to learn how to play in that aspect. But we also wanted to do something different where we added the conventional instruments and mixed it with steel pan because that's my second love. That's my first love. That's my love.
Right.
To tell you the truth, right? Music is my love. So we wanted to make sure that we were able to mix it together. So we collaborated with the Hamilton Youth Steel Orchestra, which is the band that I direct or drill or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we collaborated with the Hamilton Youth Steel Orchestra along with Musicapalooza, and we said, okay, let's do these two camps within one. So by the end of it, we'll have children exposed to all instruments and be able to kind of show the diversity within a Caribbean-based instrument
Mm-hmm.
along with your European instruments, right?
Right.
So by the end of it, we'll have kids coming together to do like a final concert, some playing steel pans, some playing conventional instruments, but they're playing it together. And that's something that I haven't seen in this city. Right? So I wanted to make sure that we were able to spread that knowledge of, yeah, we can make sure that we combine the two instruments together and have one unified camp. Something from my Caribbean roots, something from the European roots, you know?
Right. Take us back to the experience last year. Going each day and watching these children participate in these camps, no musical experience or maybe little musical experience out of curiosity or YouTube or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What was the experience like? Just take us back to last year, with seeing each day pass by during that camp.
It was scary at the same time as it was inspiring. It was scary in the terms of it was my first time doing it,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't know whether the kids were actually benefiting from what I was doing,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I wanted to make sure that I wasn't doing a camp just for the vein of doing a camp. When the reward started to show in was when we would come back 2-3 days in, and we'd start to review things that we were learning from Monday, but today is Wednesday,
Mhm.
and we start to say, okay, what note is this? And what note value does this get? And the kids would have their hands up and shout out the answers, and I'd say, wow,
They're actually
they're
learning.
actually learning something, right? And it wasn't kind of like it was a force. It wasn't like, oh, we had to force them to learn. It was kind of like, okay, we were all learning together, we were all having fun together, we were all making mistakes together, but in the process of it, everybody was gaining something from it,
Mhm.
from the smallest child to the oldest child.
You know, there's something that I've learned over the years is that talent without training can go to waste.
Mhm.
And I can almost say that almost every child that you speak to want to be a pop star. They see Justin Bieber,
Mhm.
they see the movie stars, and they want to be like these people. No, I know you're not promising any of that kind of exposure. No, but this is probably something that these children could possibly do
Mhm.
to see whether they have a knack for this kind of thing.
Mhm.
Their parents could expose them to something like this because, sometimes you just have to allow these children to experience, these things at their level
Mhm.
and really help them to make the decision. So you say they might not have any musical experience. These children might be into reading or might
Mhm.
be into sports. What would you say to a parent or even a youngster
Mhm.
about this camp that is coming up? They don't have anything planned,
Mhm.
and you want them to be there because they'll benefit. What can you? How can you help them to make their minds up?
I would say that it's a little bit biased because this music is my love, but I would say that I think no matter what you do, it's important to have some type of musical something in your life.
Yeah, musical is a universal language,
just
so that's only fair.
Yeah.
Right.
So I know people sometimes they can't play anything but they listen to it,
Yeah.
right? But just the basis of having music in your life and just kind of saying, okay, I want to learn how to play an instrument. It doesn't only help in learning how to play music or being musical, it also helps in your leadership.
Mm-hmm.
It also helps in your confidence
Mhm.
because we'll teach you, okay, how to feel confident on a stage or how to feel confident in front of a lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it helps you with leadership, helps you with your confidence, and music has actually been proven to help you excel within other areas in school, within your mathematics, within your English, within your
Mhm.
different things like that. So if you're not doing anything and you want to come and have fun and at least be able to tell your friends, yo, yeah, I learned how to play the drums over the summertime.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It'd be a great opportunity for you to come, and there's nobody saying, oh, you have to come out like a rock star. But you never know.
Yeah.
You might have the natural talent and just be able to pick this up. And this might be something that you never knew that you enjoyed before and just take off with it later on.
I'm talking with Dijon Hamilton about Music Palooza, making sure I get it right this time. In just a few minutes, you'll find out exactly how you can be a part of it or how your child can be a part of it. I also have Jalen Salazar with me, and he's one of those youngsters who was a part of the camp last year. And after this, we're going to find out what his experience was like. You stay tuned. This is Reflections on Joy 1250. I'm talking with Dijon Hamilton about his music camp for youngsters, Music Palooza, and you'll find out where it's going to be and when and how you can be a part of it. We were talking about the ability of the children to remember what they were taught even during question period and so on. How was their final concert at the end of the camp last year?
Final concert, that went great.
Mm-hmm.
We had a visiting crew came in of kids. There were like over 80 kids on that last day.
Whoa.
Yeah, they came in because we had another camp come and visit us, another day camp.
Okay.
So they had a big audience, which was nice for the kids. And what we did is we had them all learn the same song throughout the 2 weeks that we were running the camp.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore we had different bands of kids because everybody had known the same songs on whichever instrument they had chose to focus on. So we had them learn, I can't remember the exact tune,
Mm-hmm.
but they all played together in a band setting, which was great because what was happening was throughout the camp they were playing separately in their private lessons, and then by the end concert they were able to come together and play with each other, which was, I think, a great experience for kids to be able to see, okay, this is how everything works after you've done all this rehearsal on your own and after you've worked on this craft. And there were some kids that came in and that didn't know how to play anything originally. So it was great to see them all be able to come together and play one song as a band. Some kids that knew how to play, some kids that didn't know how to play. And you could actually hear, like, wow, this is actually music that everybody can recognize and relate to.
And what was the audience's response? Their parents and, maybe their aunties, uncles, cousins who came by to see?
Oh, I'm sure they were proud. They were proud. They brought their cameras and they were cheering.
Paparazzi and all.
Paparazzi and everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great response.
Yeah. So we have 13-year-old Jalen Salazar. He's a 7th grader. Welcome to the studios, Jalen.
Nice to meet you.
Yes. Tell us about your experience last year from, it was Musical Madness then. What was your experience like? Do you have any musical background? Can you play anything?
Yeah, I play the steel drum with Lucky here.
Oh, so you Luckystickz is Dijon, by the way.
Dijon.
So you're a part of the
Hamilton used to work.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So you became a part of the workshop or the camp, and what was that experience for you? Like, even though you had that steel pan experience, what was the camp like for you?
First time with that camp was actually really good. Getting to meet new people and stuff like that, and also learning the basics of other instruments like the guitar, piano, drums, up to like the advanced stuff. And I also liked working with the rest of the counselors at the camp.
And how was it for you? Because personally for me, I think all my brothers, every one of them, play an instrument.
Mm.
I've tried, like seriously, I've tried. It's just not happening. How difficult was it for you to learn about other instruments, knowing that you were branching a little bit away from your steel pan?
Oh, well, it wasn't for me. I don't really think it was that hard. Like, back in elementary school, I played piano.
Uh-huh.
At my school right now, I sometimes play guitar.
Uh-huh.
And those are two of the instruments in the camp. And I was also playing the steel drum, which was the easiest there.
What does it do for your morale and your confidence, being an aspiring musician, participating in the camp and being able to play at your school and your schoolmates see you and they know there goes a guy who can really play something? What does it do for your personality? In term when you play
Yeah.
and people enjoy the music, what does it do for you? How do you feel about that?
It makes me feel great knowing that I'm like entertaining more people, and it makes me feel great because I know like I've been working hard to do these stuff. So yeah, it helps me like want to like exceed in music and stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
There are many young people. How old are you?
I'm 13.
13. There are some 13-year-olds, maybe 9, 10, a little bit around your age group, that may not be sure what they want to do with their summer. Do you think participating in a music camp like this would be helpful to them?
Yes, it can be.
And why is that?
Because like for people that want to be like pop stars and stuff when they're older, they could come to this music camp to learn the basics up to the advanced stuff, and that's what they'll need to like exceed to be that pop star.
What would you say to parents who may not, who may be thinking about sending their child but they're not sure? How would you convince your mom to send you again this year?
Well, she's good friends with Dijon, first of all.
I kind of sort of figured that way.
Well, I would tell my mom it's a great opportunity to learn new things and meet new people, and yeah, that's pretty much all I'd have to say to convince her.
Right. Oh, she's easily convinced.
Well,
I see.
Well, not with everything.
Right. Good. When you are older, what do you want to become?
Me, I want to become a professional soccer player.
Oh, you love soccer.
Yeah.
So you see, it does not necessarily have to be your career choice, but it's just really an avenue of really checking out other areas in that are out there. Do you get in any trouble at home or school or anything?
No, not really.
Right, because
Rarely.
you really make yourself occupied, busy in a good way. So there you have it from Jalen. Thank you so much, Jalen. Quite an articulate 13-year-old. I wish you all the best in your soccer career.
you.
Maybe you could teach me something about soccer. I know nothing about soccer. I only want to know the score. That's basically it. So where will Musicapalooza be, Dijon?
This year, Musicapalooza will be at 169 Wentworth Street. In the Mission Services building. It's across from Kathy Weaver and Pinky Lewis as some landmarks.
And that's in Hamilton.
That's in Hamilton, Ontario. Yeah, Canada.
And and when will it be?
It's going to run from June 30th to July 11th. It's a 2-week camp.
So June 30th, that's a Monday.
Monday,
June
so
30th to July
11th.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Monday to Friday, from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. every day. But we do have aftercare and before care.
Right. So there might be other arrangements that can be made.
Correct.
What are some of those? What are some of the programs that the youngsters can expect to participate in this year?
This year we're gonna keep it similar to what we did last year. You could expect to come and be active, first of all. Even though it is a music camp, we're not sitting down all day because as a performer, you know that you have to get up on stage and you have to have the endurance to perform for sometimes an hour or more. So come ready to be active. Come to learn some music theory. Come to learn how to actually play the instruments hands-on. And come to learn how to be a rock star.
I know.
Yeah.
And party, because after all, it's a palooza.
It's a music party. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's a party. So, how can you be contacted for? There may be parents who are listening now from Brampton, Oakville, Burlington, and it's in Hamilton. How I'm sure you would want them to be a part of it.
Of course, and we do have kids from the Hamilton Youth Orchestra group that come from all over, from Brantford, from Brampton, so it's not, and Burlington, so it's not something that's just exclusive to the Hamilton crew. So we would love to have the kids come from wherever you are situated. So if you'd like to register your children or you're interested in just finding out some more information about the camp, please visit www.musicapaloozasummercamp.com.
So spell that out now.
That is Musica, Musica, Palooza, PALOOZA Summer Camp.
And it's all one
It's
word.
all one word. I know it's kind of long, but
Mhm.
it is the camp. Musicapalooza.summercamp.com.
Okay. I'll put that link up on my fan page in about an hour or so you can go there and see it. And what phone number can somebody call?
Please call us at 289-788-3717 if you have any questions or for further information.
So there you have it, musicapalooza.summercamp.com or 289-788-3781. That was the sound of Luckystickz himself, Dijon Hamilton.